access to my Facebook account. All right, and let's just remove this. Hold on, it's making me jump through a couple of loops. All right, and how this is so important. It is so important to talk about. I'm good. Okay, so I think it's connected back my Facebook. All right, let's do it. Okay, and then we're gonna go live on Instagram. Who's doing woosah? Hey, everybody. Let's get it. I might have to mute this page. Okay, we're good. Okay. All right. Thank you, Nicole. And if there's any comments, oh, we're starting at 444 on the dot. That's a very, very good sign. If you tuned in right now at 444, you are supposed to be here. We're going to share a message that I think that you absolutely need to hear. Happy Monday, everybody. Hi, Facebook group. Hi, YouTube. All right. So today, this has come up actually a lot. And in our past member meeting, our Michael Lock Mastery member meeting, we had this conversation come up. And I've always felt like, which is why we included in the Michael Lock Standards book. And the topic is this is one of the secrets to really great results. Some of the secrets to really great results aren't just about watching a technique, but it's about the nuances that you really get as a trained, skilled professional in whatever area. And so one of the top stylist secrets is how to the care and communication like a pro that gives that extra level of really getting the desired results, really communicating and knowing. And as some of y'all probably have experienced, um, lack of communication or not being on the same page or feeling like there's a miscommunication of how uncomfortable that can feel or how it kind of keeps you from getting information that you need. And so we're going to go into it, taking excerpts from the Michael Lock Standards book. I'm also going to share with y'all some free resources at the end. And I have some things to share with y'all that's coming up. All right. So let just take a moment to hold up. This I know the screen is doing a blackout thing. Hold on, bear with me. Okay. Let me know that you can hear me. Like, comment, share. Let me know. This is a typically I go live on Mondays around 4. So I'm a little late this time. I missed last Monday. We were doing the book tour stop in Atlanta, which was absolutely amazing. And those of you who may have seen, I partnered with Soul Bougie Salon, stylist April B, and she did Michael Lock styling class at the end. So that was amazing. But for those who may not know, new to me, I am Jessica Marshall. I am a licensed social worker, and I am a microloctician, coining the word microlocks out of Brooklyn, New York in 2009. Received my own exclusive microlocks in 2008, and from upon which I created the standards and the terminology. So a lot of times people ask throughout the years the differences with what the only other small lock in the Trailblazer, honestly, was Sister Law Company, but I'm very much different in many aspects, focusing on a lot of the areas that I feel we need to focus on. Again, I'm a background professionally trained as a therapist and social worker. So I talk a lot about the other elements that give great quality work that I think a lot of people sleep on that really, really is important. It's important as stylists, I believe, to know how communication is going to level up their business. Effective, positive communication is going to skyrocket their business. It's also going to help us create boundaries, and it's going to do so many other things that make the work you do and the space that you do it within that much more conducive to top quality results. This conversation, it may not be for everyone. It is for those who are ready to level up totally and understand all these areas that are important. That's the difference, I think, between sometimes, I don't know if y'all are like me, but I knew what I wanted. But sometimes people don't necessarily know exactly what they want or they need help stating what it is that they would like for their hair. And so it takes a really good communicator and a professional to flush that out and to understand what is absolutely going to be a good goal for them. I have some free resources I'm gonna give y'all, but one of them I'll tell y'all right now is using something like thelockquiz.com, or using another tool where you are asking and specifically communicating clearly what it is that's going to be beneficial for that client, but also um, how you communicate that and how they can better communicate that to you. But also some conflicts, my right, like just one of the reasons why it's a blessing and a curse to be a social worker therapist, because I understand how emotional this is. And so if you are an effective communicator and you know how to smooth over that, you can actually handle things differently and make it work, make it have a positive outcome. So we're going to get into a couple of ways. Also, I got something to share with y'all. Ooh, if y'all know, every year around this time, it's something I'm gonna let y'all know that is coming up. And again, at the very end, I'm gonna give y'all some free resources that you can use and hopefully help you attain those goals. Again, can you hear me? Can you see me? I'll go in between platforms to see if there's any issue with sound, technical um, issues. And this is a pop-up surprise live. I understand that. So if you're watching a replay or you want access to the replay, you can get the access in the Facebook group, and you can also get it on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop how you can join the free Facebook group, because we will be doing a huge end of the year free training like we always do, including your workbook. And it is I go in on that free training. Like, I have to take it down so quick because it's almost getting into paid information. I give y'all as much as I possibly can, and then it's so uncomfortable for me to give so much that people have invested in. But I give it to y'all because as a thank you, as at the end of the year, as a boost. And so where is this link to join the group? If you're watching from the group, comment. It won't show. I'll see it on my end. It won't show up on. Here we go. Okay. Hi, Alex Robinson. All right. Okay, again, I'll be taking excerpts from the book, The Microlock Standards. It's a little fuzzy because of my background in lights. A comprehensive guide to microlocks. Again, I'm Jessica Marshall, coiner of Microlocks. I'm founder of Microlocks out of Brooklyn, New York. In 2009, I disappeared from the scene, but I'm back, and I want to make sure y'all know these standards and this information so you can get the best results, okay? So there are nuances behind things that I think people need to know that go beyond some of the surface level things. So we talked about communicating like a pro. What is communication? It is the absolute key way that you convey what it is that you want or what you need or what you desire, whether it's you communicating that with yourself, whether it's communicating that with a professional. And it helps to clarify the goals. It helps you make changes. It helps you guide through the process. Hi, 305 Capricorn, how are y'all doing? And so, have you ever had, or have you been that person that wasn't sure, like you kind of wanted a hairstyle? I knew I was at very early stages, didn't even know if I wanted my hair locked because I wasn't sure if that would, like, what that meant for me. It was a whole new drastic change. And then also when I wanted to do it as a business. So I had to figure out what the heck I wanted and why. And then who do I ask and how do I ask? And at that time, we didn't have all the resources or the information that's all on social media and YouTube, etc. So when I did my consultations, right there was the key and prime and really the only opportunity for me to get to communicate with who was deemed a professional, to get the questions answered, to know if it was right for me, and how to get, any other questions that came up. So ultimately, and this is why I think pros should be listening to, if you want to know like what clients feel, ultimately what got me to move where I went with the person that I went with was her ability to communicate, and the way that was clear to me, but also she did it in such a professional manner that I felt like I could ask any question. You ever been somewhere when one of the key things when people don't know an answer to something that clients I brought up is when someone who says that professional actually doesn't know the answer, sometimes they can get defensive. What do you mean? Well, you just have to trust it. And I don't like when people say trust the process as a way to silence people. Explain what the process entails. And, you can do general summaries of what the process will entail. And then, in a way that the client can understand, because sometimes it might be too technical, but you can say, this normally would be X, Y, and Z. So being able to clearly communicate that, and also understand that, if there's a question you don't know an answer to, don't be defensive and mad at the client, or try to smooth it over, but be able to say, well, my expertise is limited in this area, or I can connect you to where you can get that information, like something where, it's clear and honest and transparent. When it comes down to, maybe if someone's asking something that they're like, show me exactly how you do it, because people have done it. Well, this is a training. You would involve a training. If they have specific questions that you could answer, but if they're trying to ask you to break down something that you've invested thousands of dollars in, you could communicate that. That's where you have boundaries. But one of the topics that came up in our member meeting, which is why I wanted to have this conversation, was one of our professionals said, I think we really, really need to talk about how professionals and clients can communicate better with each other. For instance, how to listen, right? How to listen to what's being said. A lot of us listen through whatever's happening with us. So we'll tend to hear certain things, and sometimes, we don't fully hear. We hear with our own perspective based on, so basically, if there's a lot of defensive, someone could hear something that you didn't really say, but so really listening to what the person is asking for, what the person is saying. You might have to read between the lines, but they're based on their lifestyle, based on, some people come to me and they'll say, I'm also a trained therapist, so I had to learn how to listen. But if they're telling me and I'm getting cues that they spent money elsewhere and felt it was wasted, or they're going through a lot of life changes, or they're very active, or some key things, I have to hear that. And so if there's I'm going to make sure that we give them a solution to communicate back with the thing that is going to be the best for them. Here's why I'm saying this. This is where my mind's going. There are some techniques and things out there that may not give the client what it is that they need. It may create more problems. They may be asking for something that is going to be able to be within your lifestyle, whatever it is, and really hearing it and really addressing it is going to give them the best results. So you're not just hearing, you're not listening to that, or maybe focusing on one part. Maybe, oh, you could save money by doing this, but you're listening to the whole thing and saying, I really need to address it this way. I can give them some information this way. Let's communicate it this way. So I want to read some things from this book, because I want to make sure I stay on topic. But one of the reasons why communication is ultra important too, and care, because you're going to get better results. Everybody's going to be happier. They're going to actually build more trust with you. It improves the relationship. And let's get into some of the cheat sheet points in the Michael Lock standards for professionals, healthy client relationships. Okay, demonstrating compassion and understanding. Okay, so this is like a self-care. Oh, check in with your clients, check in with yourself, know your limits and boundaries, demonstrate compassion and understanding. A lot of times things are communicated as people are working out and processing their feelings, and they just kind of dumping it out, and sometimes it throws the stylist off. They can take it personally. Many people deal and cope with numerous things. So I'm talking about conversation in general, but when you are communicating, let's say about a particular hair service or technique, you definitely want to be educational and with remove a lot of the excessive emotion, and so that you can get to the point of what they're saying. But also your time should be seen as positive and restorative. So you have compassion, understanding, be transparent. But here's one thing that I want to say. Understanding that the client's hair is ultimately theirs. As professionals, we can make strong recommendations, give advice, but no service should occur for which a client does not give final approval. Let them know let them know this and gain your client's trust that you ultimately honor their decisions about their hair, but you are the expert. I see some you are the expert. If this information has been helpful, show us some love. Oh, thank you. Communicate clearly and often to your clients. If you are on the other end, communicate clearly and often to the person who is doing your hair. If it is you doing it on hair, communicate to yourself. What am I looking for? What am I doing? What am I seeing? Right? Be clear about your services, your expectations, your limitations, pricing, anything else that is relevant. Open communication makes for a more harmonious relationship with less chances of misunderstanding and conflict. I think first and foremost, though, we need to be clear about what it is we want for ourselves. So we go in there very confused. We need to sometimes maybe say, how can I clarify what the heck it is I want? Right? Do I want my hair locked? Do I want it loose? Do I want it permanent? Do I want it temporary? Do I want it easy? Do I want it to look refined? Do I want it to be messy? Do I want it like, it's so many, I see like contradictions. So, flesh it out or consult with a professional to help you flesh out what your expectations are. What can you really truly do? If you can't sit in a chair every, X amount of weeks for a certain amount of time, you don't like how it feels, you're very tender-headed, then maybe those are your limitations, and maybe a different option would be better, or doing that service in a different way might be better for you. So even if communication is challenging, as long as it is effective, productive, and positive, you will get what you want. There's more on this list. That's just an excerpt of something that I put in. I feel is very important, because I've seen, and some people can't explain it, and I thought about it. I said, I can now explain what it is I think I see when I see something that looks like it had more like hair and services that had attention paid to it, that looked like it had good energy in it. Someone subscribed, they were looking at a picture of my locks, but anybody's locks who look really healthy, you can say, oh, they look like they've been loved on. They look like they've had attention paid to them. And that is exactly that thing that I was trying to explain, that I see when people have like the strength that they desire, or the look that they desire, or the longevity that they desire. It is these nuances that have gotten them more aligned with what it was that their goals were. And it's something that I think is important to know. There's a lot of times, maybe some things are just limited to like, well, I seen it done, I want it done, but there's so much more that could really get you with the right fit, with the right flow, energy, like just everything that will be aligned to get you your top results. So I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, or where communication and care in that service really led to some stellar optimal results. I don't know who else has felt it, but that's like the magic. And I always say, like, it feels like there's magic in that hair, and it really is. It's an energy, it's a care. But one of the important things, setting boundaries, right? I don't even think I really need here it is. um well, actually, this kind of goes on building trust, setting boundaries, professionalism, continuous improvement, client education, empowerment. So we go into a lot of those different areas within the book. Give me a second, y'all. I'm just trying to see what's popping up here. All right, so y'all know that the group is at the bottom, right? And you know that we're going to dive into some real deep stuff in this Facebook group by the end of the year. We're going to do our final year training. But does anyone here understand what I'm saying about communication? Do you find that it's important? Because I've literally heard people say they don't give a SHI about feelings, about whatever. They just doing service. And guess how that fares for them in their business? Can you just take a guess how much problems they have, or how much drama they're always dealing with, versus the person that says, I want to be, I know it's important, and I always want to be better. at communicating. I want to be better at communicating with my clients, with my colleagues, whatever it is, so that we can get the results. Like, do you feel like this is important? Because in the last chapter, I had to dedicate whole sections to that. Again, there's a lot of this industry that I think um, we can even self sabotage ourselves in our inability to get to be, I want to say, emotionally strong, professional, to invest in those soft skills, to understand ourselves and our clients better so that we are not burnt out, tired, frustrated, so that we actually have, and not just some people that you like because they relate to you, but the whole overall experience being one that is positive for you, because this is a dual exchange. I feel like when you lay your hands on someone's head, that privilege that you are given, because this is sacred. I had posted and I took it down because I was like, I'm gonna talk about it in a separate topic. This is sacred for people. All coaches know that. You touching my head, if there's energy going both ways. I don't know if there's stylists that I felt the sadness from people. If I'm a mess or I don't like somebody, well, hopefully I wouldn't put my hands on their head, but that's been a real thing. And, or if I'm tired and I really don't do service work, I can feel when people have had hair rushed. They tell me, yeah, my stylist, we were at it, and I could see stuff left. I can see the client complaining that I didn't want this done. They never told me they were going to do this. Just no communication, or they're like bully. Like, it's just a lot of that. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, very important. Yeah, Alex. It's these things that make, I know my camera, I'm probably glitching because I see that I have a low memory. I'm working on getting a new computer, y'all. But at the end of the day, I always say I'm gonna start off one way, all professional, but then I get more and more realize I talk because I feel like I feel spirit moving in me saying this is a sacred thing we're doing. And don't let it get confused by commercializing and money. And this is sacred work, and people can become very abundant and profitable off of it. But we don't want to lose faith in we don't want to lose sight in what we're really doing. And so when people feel like they've also been treated well, communicated with well, that there's an alignment with what they want and what you're giving them, that is so powerful. You also could take care of yourself in this process, and just be like I feel like a super stylist. This is a superpower. This is something we really, I feel, should be paying more attention to in this industry. Otherwise, what we're seeing are, what doesn't happen is poor communication. A lot of people complaining about their clients or their stylists, or a particular way people are being treated. People feeling resentful. People feeling like, I feel deep, on a deep way. If your hair is not thriving, when it's in the hands of certain people versus when it's in the hands of others, I feel like this is a part of it. Um, I feel like it's just a sacred experience, and yeah, and we're dealing with some hair that's very small that could be potentially very fragile. And whether you're spiritual, religious, I'm not even going there with that. But I do know that most people know how important it is. You won't let anybody touch your head, your hair, which is any information. You also want to be able to have some control over what is on your head. So there's that balance between making sure clients have what they would desire, and the professional making sure they align that client with what's best for them, and that communication goes both ways. All right, so again, this is a part of the book. I put that in because it's kind of been a guiding force for my communication, for myself, as a social worker, and for what I would have expected as well, what helped me through my journey as well as a client. And so um, let's see, there's one more area I wanted to um, yeah. As professionals, we bear the responsibility of educating, informing, and directing potential clients towards services and practices conducive to optimal health and outcomes. Okay, so that is going to require a lot of communication for people who have varying levels of understanding or expectations. Super important. All right, so like I said, I was gonna do. I'm gonna let y'all know. Um, if you're watching YouTube, you can click a like. It's two different channels on here. Um, or comment if you're watching a replay. Comment. Let me know if you feel this information is important. Let others know that you feel this information is important. That sets you apart. You actually are. Um, it's like a levels to, I think, what I call like the super professional, the ultra, the person that knows not only a technique, but it just has that extra layer of you can't explain. Je ne sais quoi. Like I couldn't explain what I was saying when I saw my mentors work on someone else. I was like, it just looks like it has care, attention. It just looks so different from anything else I've seen. When I sat in a chair for a consult, I figured out why. And every subsequent interaction with her thereafter, I figured out why. And me being a therapist, social worker, I was like, I just thought that was the bar for like how I felt professional should be, because there was always communication. Even if I struggled with the changes I was seeing. Like I never wore my hair, locked before this, and I was struggling what I was seeing and the expectations and the way that it was communicated to me. It's the same way that, well, even more so, I focus on that. So now I'm gonna let y'all know. Next part is the holiday giveaway and virtual party is coming up. And who remembers last year's virtual party? We announced our scholarship winner, our full scholarship winner. We win full access for free to the whole entire program, as if a regular paid. But here's the thing. I see who comments and likes. We do, our team. We have people watching our lives, our replays. We see names. I've seen, if you or someone has wanted to take this full training, has aligned with everything that I said, you don't worry about, like, real information, and what has helped you, perhaps, or what is helpful to you or others, and you have not been able to invest in a program, perhaps, or you're looking for an opportunity. I would tell you to pay attention to our upcoming live streams, because then we're going to be opening up, by the time I do this next Monday live, the ability for you to apply. And again, there's people that are they've been hired by paid team members now that were winners of the previous 2 years. So it's just a thank you. It's just the opportunity for people who, again, like I said, you find great results, you find information very helpful. You're all for everything that we talk about in this program. Apply. We are going to be doing a virtual party with the winner announcement like we did last year. And, we also mailed out, me and then stylist April B, we did together, gave over 30 prizes. So almost everyone who tuned in and interacted got a prize. And your interaction is some cool ways that we have y'all interact, that you literally win by your likes, by your comments. It enters you in, and it was really dope. I didn't know. My producer, he knew how to do that, and I was like, what? We could play these games. So we were mailing out for that following week. We're mailing out gifts and prizes. So it's a thank you for everyone who supported Microlock Mastery. It's a thank you to those who really want this. So I'll let y'all know when that happens and how you can apply. I'm excited, and everyone who's won, it seems to be ultra deserving too. So I thank y'all in advance for for your engagement. Our business is not just social media, right? It's not just YouTube, but it does help. It does help push this information out, especially if you're a person that says you align with the information. So if you care to just like a video, it is free. And it actually, I know a lot of people have their own things. Wouldn't it feel nice to say, oh, somebody liked for the information that was helpful to them? You don't have to do it, but I see when you engage and when you comment. So thank y'all. Especially if we got upcoming boot camps, and we got free resources and free webinars. So I'm always going to keep giving the free things. got upcoming boot camp. So those who are interested, we will do a final microlock boot camp of the year. 4 jam-packed days from going over every single aspect of what you need to know. Um, a lot of people are very surprised, pleasantly surprised, but very surprised when they go through the boot camp. And I feel like it's probably our most effective. It's one of our higher rated lower price offerings. We try to make it affordable price, but it's just I love the feedback every time, and we thank everyone. A lot of people are in our program from the boot camp as well. So that will be coming up with a special offer. It's free for members, and then we have, like I said, I'll give y'all another free resource. We have our free webinar. Take it. You can take it today. You can take it when you get off of here. It comes with a workbook. I'm going to put that link down. There's it. Hold on, y'all. Here it is. It's scrolling on the bottom. freemicrolocktraining.com/webinar to get sign up and attend the webinar for free. Make sure you check your spam if you want your workbook. Sometimes we get the messages that you don't see a workbook. If you signed up for the webinar that's happening in the next 15 minutes, you might not see it. So check your spam and you'll have it ready for the webinar. And we also have the lockquiz.com, which I told you that is going to be very helpful. It is kind of my way of helping communicate without being present, ask you questions that help you find what the best type of locks are for you. So similar questions from a consult. And I'm very surprised at the accuracy. And I thank people who commented that because that helps me know that this has been helpful for you. So when you do the lock quiz and it gives you your results, a lot of people take it because they're kind of like, well, I already have locks. Let me see what it says. And we'll overwhelmingly people say, oh my gosh, I have what it said. And I said, that means you're on the right track. You know yourself well, which is good. And so these are also guides for questions that might be helpful. A lot of professionals use the lock quiz to get to their clients. And within our program, they've said that they use it all the time. So it's just a helpful resource. I'll put that on the top so you can, it's right here. You can share that with people you think or yourself to see if they have the best locks for them. I don't see any comments. I don't see anything on my end, but maybe I do. Let me see. You said me. And let me just double check. Okay. Woo, I have not been live. It has been so busy. So I feel like I don't even have my mojo. I'm sorry for y'all. I'm not as exciting. I don't have any. I could show y'all a clip, a video or something. Well, we could go. I don't think I have it queued up. Let me see. Let me see. Video files. Well, I want to say the last time I was live, we were promoting the Atlanta Michael Oxtander's book Tour Stop. Ultimate success. It was ultimate success. And I was so happy to meet people. Some people drove for 4 hours. They some people from our program, people that were in some of the other, maybe they weren't in a full program, but they were in some other aspect, or just knew about Michael Lock Mastery and wanted to come and get the whole experience. We call it the Michael Lock experience. Well, stylist April B did her thing, styling class. So we partner up a lot, and it was an absolute success. I think the love I felt from Atlanta was I was emotional for the whole week. I was emotional for the whole week. I tell people, don't let me not having a, sometimes y'all are very quiet. Y'all don't comment. Y'all watch. Y'all do watch. Y'all watch. And to get the feedback in real life is amazing. Like I said, if you don't have the ability to meet in real life, that's cool. Show your engagement. So when we are going to draw our winners, when we are remembering names, I remember names when you comment. We're starting to really pay attention because when the applications come out, we want y'all to plug your stuff so that we can make the connection between who's applying. And very likely If it's something that you've been very invested in learning naturally, you're very likely going to probably be a winner because um, it's just been something you naturally want. But I want so many people I want to gift stuff to because I could see your driving all that long time and showing a love to me in April. So thank y'all. We are figuring out Houston. We got some things up our sleeves. So we might have to move the Houston day so that we can make it even better. But if you have a city that you would like the Michael Lock Standards Book Tour to stop in, if you would like to get the free class, well, the class that comes with the VIP, if you do the VIP, if you like the gift set, if you would like that whole experience, if you like a possible class, styling class, other class with it, let me know. Some people also sign up for the program, and I can give you an actual in-person training by me. Hybrid, of course, you get access to our full program, which is lifetime access, and it's very, very detailed, and you have so much in the program. But if you want a hands-on class and session with me, you have the opportunity as well. So we did that. I just saw people just getting a lot of they don't Atlanta doesn't play. That's just what it says. A lot of people really just from the one styling class, I'm seeing people really up level their skills, and it's really helping their business. And so it's just really nice to see, and it's nice to connect with y'all and show love and unity in this industry. I want y'all to. It was really nice for me to be away and take a little break because it helped me recenter, balance, have gratitude for all the good, all the messages. That's why I went live today. Because sometimes I say, maybe I won't go live. Because I'm not trying to be gimmicky and pull out stuff to get you just to like or follow. I want to give you real information that I know I've known it to show great results, or I've known it to show the edge, give the edge for professionals or stylists or individuals doing their own hair. I'm always going to stay committed to giving you quality information. So maybe I'm not going to be dancing or doing a gimmick or something for you. Maybe I'm not going to but I want to know that this was helpful for you. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all got the links. Am I going to see y'all on a free webinar? You're taking a lot quiz. It's this way. And thank you for dropping those links. All right. All right. Yeah. Oh, hello. Okay. I saw Tonya 13Q. So thank you for saying hi. You probably left because I'm just now clicking on there. Hi, y'all. Make yourselves known. I want to gift y'all. I've never seen people fight so hard to not get some free value and gifts. Y'all, please don't sleep. We are looking. If you appreciate this, I want to gift you the end of the year. I'm always trying to figure out how to get back to y'all. We, us, the team. So next time I'll announce when I go live. How about that? All right, y'all. Bye.